I'm finally opening up all the portfolios of artwork that have been stored away at my parents' house. In this video, I'm taking you through the artwork I made in my primary school years, sketches, early watercolor messes, and pieces I don't even remember making. It's always fun and a little humbling to look back at where we started. This is the first video in a series, so hopefully you'll come back for the next one and see how my art evolved as I moved into my teenage years. This first set of work is from my youth. A lot of them don't have dates on it, which is, to this day, I'm still terrible at dating my work. So I really should date them. But there's some dates that give me clues as to about when they were done. Some of these I don't even know if they're, worth keeping, but it's kind of nice to see, like this. I guess I was doing a little bit of pastel. So interesting to see. This must be some blind contour drawing. I don't know what is going on here, but that's really kind of scary. Some pastel dogs that I tried to do. There are no dates on these. Some killer whales. More pastel, which is very interesting because I haven't done pastel in a long time. This looks a lot like watercolor with a crayon resist. Oh, there's a date on this one. 1992, 4th grade. It looks like more watercolor with some colored pencil. This is colored pencil. It looks like a little bit of oil pastel. And this looks like some sort of project that I taped together. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it's very big. It looks like something, apparently I got an A. And oh my goodness, this is what they mean by is something archival, I think, because see how this is yellowed, and it was masking tape that was holding this together, which is no longer working. About endangered species of the rainforest. I assume this is some sort of self-portrait. I have never been good at portraits or self-portraits, but from 5th grade, looks like acrylic and a little bit of pastel. I did a lot of Disney drawings. I don't know if you did too when you were young, or mimicked cartoons. I don't know who this is. Don't really remember doing it in 5th grade. This is an old lotion. I don't even know if that's still around. This looks like sort of like watercolor mixed with colored pencil. So this one I don't remember doing at all. It's a pastel piece, and I think it was part of a competition because it has a sticker on the back. I don't remember doing this. I think it was for a grocery store because it's like the sticker and there's like a grocery store name on the back. Sunflowers. Another watercolor piece, it looks like. I have no idea also where this is, but this is really nice. I mean, some of these, I can see some of these watercolor effects here. Paper is definitely not very good. There's no date on it. Look at the buckling. But it was done, and I don't remember doing it. I think I made, the scratch off, I think we made our own. Must have colored the back, painted the top, and then scratched it off. I don't know what this is. Unfinished. I think this might have been my first charcoal with eraser, trying to lift out details, lift out the subject. More of that Disney influence. And this looks like just little sketch papers. I likely will just toss some of them. Negative and positive shapes. I think we were learning that. Wow, I don't think we need to keep those. And lots of other things here that are just perhaps things I might end up going through and then tossing. I think we did this with Q-tips. It's really interesting to see. Look at this upside down man. This was done in 1992. I was 10 years old. And I have an upside down man that I've done since then. I should try to find it. Oh my goodness. Some early sketchy people. Some reference photos from magazines because we previously didn't have the internet. And some Halloween salt on watercolor. Watercolor mixed media, I would call it. Okay, so there's more watercolor. It's so interesting to see this because it's watercolor on watercolor paper with crayon. It's on Arches paper. You can see the watermark right here. And I don't think I was worried about how it was going to turn out. It turned out like this. And it's been such a long time since I've painted such a large scale painting. Part of it is time constraints for me in this season. And part of it is, it's like a form of fear. And I feel like it's really interesting to see as a young person that I was able to paint on basically a quarter size sheet of paper. And it turned out like this and it was fine. I don't remember doing this. I don't remember thinking if it was good or bad, but I'm glad I have it. And this looks like marker and foil piece. Very interesting. Has textures on it. I don't think I remember doing this either. It was so interesting to look through these pieces and think about how I couldn't remember making most of them, even though I'm sure I spent a lot of time on them. What I do remember is the feeling of creating and always enjoying it. It's always been a favorite hobby of mine, and it still is. I also had an incredible art teacher, which is the reason why I have so many pieces from when I was younger. Her name is Suchi, and fun fact, I actually got a chance to reconnect with her as an adult, so it's been really fun to talk to her about how we share art with students and specifically watercolor because it's such a fluid medium. She has a YouTube channel, so I'm going to link it here in case you're interested in checking it out. She's a beautiful, beautiful painter and just a beautiful artist. I'm also really grateful for my mom because she curated this artwork and decided to save it for me because I'm sure there was way more than she collected and she had to pick and choose which ones to keep and which ones to recycle. Thank you so much for checking out my childhood artwork. I really did this more as a documentation for myself in some ways, but I thought I'd share it here with you. And if you've ever gone through your old artwork or you have some of it saved up and you look through it, were you able to remember what you did? Did it bring back any memories? Are you glad you have it? I'd love to know. Leave it in the comments below. And if you'd like to subscribe, it will notify you when I post my next video, when I share artwork from my teenage years, including an experience where I won a scholarship to a local art college and had a very memorable experience. So I hope to see you then.